Have you ever wondered why so many empathic people spend their youth completely drained, constantly taken advantage of, and drowning in the stress of trying to fix everyone else's problems? Yet if you look at these same empathic individuals as they grow older, something incredible happens. They slowly transform into the exact kind of people others can no longer easily manipulate, guilt trip, or stress out. They emerge fundamentally altered, as an absolute force of nature. In your 20s and 30s, being an empath can feel less like a gift and much more like a lifelong sentence to emotional exhaustion. You walk into a room and instantly absorb the tension, the unspoken anger, and the hidden sadness of everyone around you. You try so hard to build deep, meaningful connections, but you constantly end up struggling to hold relationships together with people who only know how to take while you give until you have absolutely nothing left. It is a painful, repeating cycle of pouring your heart into empty containers, overanalyzing every text message, and worrying about whether you said or did the wrong thing. They do not become bitter, and they do not build heavy, frozen walls around their hearts to keep the world out. Instead, they develop a depth of inner stability that functions like a deep, calm ocean. People can throw rocks at the surface and storms can howl above them, but the depths remain entirely undisturbed. What truly happens inside them through all those painful years of trial and error is a complete psychological restructuring. They stop being reactive targets for other people's emotional chaos and start operating from a place of unshakable self-possession. The legendary psychologist Carl Jung believed that individuals who are forced by their very nature to live too deeply within their emotions, their pain, and their intense inner world are actually on a rare psychological path. They are navigating a heavy, transformative journey that very few people are strong enough to actually complete. Most people live safely on the shallow surface of life, avoiding their deepest wounds and masking their insecurities with superficial distractions. But an empath cannot do that. They feel everything at a volume of 10 because they are forced to confront the darkest, heaviest parts of human emotion from an early age. The ones who make it through to the other side do not remain the same. They begin to see human behavior with absolute clarity. They stop lying to themselves about their own patterns, and most importantly, they are no longer controlled by the very traumas and manipulations that used to break them in half. The most profound truth you must understand about this evolution is that the ultimate power of an empathic person never actually came from how deeply or intensely they can feel. Their true power comes from everything they were forced to endure, survive, and dismantle within themselves just to stand firmly in their own identity. Every betrayal, every moment of being taken for granted, and every night spent crying in absolute exhaustion was secretly acting as a forge. It was burning away their naive illusions and forcing them to build a real psychological backbone. Age does not weaken a true empath. It strips away their vulnerabilities and refines their raw sensitivity into a quiet, lethal strength. By looking closely at how this happens, we can uncover the exact transformations that change them. The absolute first reason empaths become completely unbreakable with age is remarkably simple. They completely stop trying to please everyone around them. There is a bizarre, quiet shift that happens to empathic people as they cross into the second half of life. They become incredibly difficult to wound, not because they have grown mean, cold, or uncaring, but because they finally realize that universal approval is a trap designed to keep them small.